Trevor, thanks for the time. It's your third year with the team, and before we get into the baseball stuff, I just want to know, third year here in Evansville, how long did it take before you didn't need GPS to find your way around town anymore?
Not very long. I think everything's kind of based off of Lloyd, so probably about a week or two of venturing off. And then sometimes if somebody tells me where they live, I get a little lost.
Yeah.
But other than that, about a week or two.
Yeah, well, you figured it out. The Lloyd Expressway pretty much gets you wherever you need to go from one side of town to the other. So you're originally from Oklahoma, and again, you've been here for about 3 years now. It's your third season with the team. What was one of the biggest adjustments coming into Evansville as far as just the city itself? Is it just finding your way around town, or is there something else that was a little more difficult for you to adjust to?
You'll have more than 2 stoplights. I have 2 stoplights in my town, so that is probably the biggest thing, is knowing I have to stop more frequently.
We got 2 stoplights on the same block sometimes in this town, so that would have been a big adjustment.
I only have 2 stoplights, and it's on Main Street, and that's it.
So what town are you from in Oklahoma?
You follow Oklahoma?
And whereabouts, as in regards to the state, is that? I mean, is it in proximity to an Oklahoma City, or?
It's an hour and a half southeast of Tulsa, Oklahoma, and 2.5 hours dead east of Oklahoma City.
Okay, so you're within driving distance to where all the action is, basically, then, right?
Yeah, I'm about an hour from a mall, and about 35, 40 minutes about 40 miles from a Walmart.
There you go. Well, that's all you need then.
Is it safe to say, Trevor, that Oklahoma, out in a rural area, you were kind of raised as a farm kid then, or?
Not necessarily. We moved from Texas when I was about 6, from Dallas.
Oh, okay.
But my close friends and all of them, they have cattle and buffalo, and so when I'd spend the night at their house, we'd get up at like 5 and go feed the cattle. It wasn't fun. So my buddies would ask me to stay at night on school nights. I was like, no, I don't want to.
I like sleeping. Has baseball always? Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, has baseball always been a passion of yours? When did you start playing the game? Were you playing it when you moved to Oklahoma, or was it before that, or how long was it before you started playing the game?
I started t-ball really young. I started at 3, along with soccer and indoor, like little kids basketball. I gave up soccer when I was 11, so baseball's kind of stuck with me the whole way through.
What was it about baseball opposed to the other sports that you went, you know what, this is the one, this is what I like?
I played football, baseball, and basketball throughout high school, and I had offers for all 3. I chose baseball inevitably because I didn't want to get hit around. I didn't want to play football. I wasn't big enough, and basketball, I knew I wasn't tall enough. Baseball I just went with.
We're talking with Trevor Walch, pitcher for the Evansville Otters, 1 of 5 selected to the Frontier League All-Star game. And Trevor, walk us through a little bit of your career, how you ended up here in Evansville. I know obviously you had a stellar high school career, but just walk us through what brought you here and where you were before you got here.
I went to Division II in Oklahoma after I left Oklahoma State. That's all I know. I got a call from our previous pitching coach, Jarrett Garner, one day during mid-July and asked me if I wanted to continue playing baseball after my senior year, and I said yeah. And I ended up here, and that's all she wrote.
Well,
it's pretty simple.
This league is very competitive. It is an independent league, so it's a step down, so to speak, from the minors and obviously Major League Baseball. But it's a very competitive league. How have you found your success on the mound? Because you got an ERA under 2. You're on the All-Star team, so that speaks for itself. Obviously, you're finding the strike zone. The competition level, how do you rate that?
Just by sitting with some of the scouts in the stands after I pitch, they tell me it's about high A level in the minor leagues. So I think it's a great league, great competition. You definitely have to come in every day and do what you're here to do, or your stats will show it.
Trevor Walch, our guest pitcher for the Evansville Otters. It's Ford and O'Brien, ESPN Evansville 1053 online, ESPNEvansville.com. Trevor, one of 5 players from the Otters, named to the East All-Star team, which is the game is coming up next Wednesday, Schaumburg, Illinois. How did you find out you made the All-Star team, Trevor?
I found out on the bus ride back from Schaumburg, actually. Our pitching coach just came through the bus and let the 5 guys know, congratulations, you're on an all-star team, which was pretty nice because as soon as he told you, the rest of the guys are around to congratulate you. So it was a good little atmosphere whenever he let you know.
You're 5-3 on the season, as Jimmy mentioned, a 1.77 ERA. The team is 28-17 on the season so far, 6-4 over the last 10 games. You're just a game and a half back of the division-leading Beach Bums. What has been working well for you guys from your vantage point?
I think that our defense, our infield, our outfield, they're making plays behind the pitchers, which makes it easy to keep obviously keep the runs off the board. We know as a pitcher that if we go out there and just throw strikes, our defense is going to work, and the runs will come. They'll come sooner or later, regardless of whether it's early or late in the game. Our biggest thing is pitching and defense. I think is what's getting us through the wins right now.
When you're on the mound and you are getting ready, you get the pitch from the catcher there, and you wind up and you let it fly, and you think that felt good, and then a guy jacks it over the wall. How quickly do you have to put that out of your mind to move on to the next pitch?
Pretty quick. Usually by the time they get to first base, I'm not even thinking about it. But fortunately enough, I haven't had to have that this year. So last year, though, it was a different story. I think I gave up like 9. But yeah, just forget about it as fast as you can. If you dwell on it too long, then your next pitch is probably going to be hit over the fence too.
Well, it's a 3-2 count. 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. Walch is going to his go-to pitch. What pitch am I going to see? What's your go-to go set in the dugout pitch?
Either a slider away or a fastball in. Probably a slider away though. Depends on the hitter. If it's a guy that doesn't have much power, I'm going to throw a fastball in. If it's a guy that has pretty good power, I'm going to throw him a slider away.
When you're not playing ball, like I know you, I don't think you didn't make the trip to Florence for today and tomorrow, did you?
No, sir.
No, okay, that's what I thought. You guys you come back for a homestand this weekend, starting on Friday. So when you've got an off day or a few off days, especially in your position as a starting pitcher, so you only play every 4 or 5 days or whatever the rotation happens to be. What are you doing on the off days? How do you spend those? Do you work on your game a little bit, or you just take a day and lounge around the house and just enjoy whatever you can find on TV?
I don't like days off, so me and the other pitcher that's actually in town, I'm starting Friday, he's starting Saturday, so he left us behind. We're going to go to the field about an hour, throw, we're going to go lift and run, and then I'll probably come back to the house and go bow fishing.
Where do you go bow fishing here in town?
Out by Mount Vernon.
Okay, all right.
See, it doesn't take long. Country boy finds the country, man. That's just how it works.
He knows where it is. That's right.
Bow fishing, huh? How long you been doing that?
Yeah. A couple of years. It's kind of a new hobby since I got out of college. I have time to go, duck hunting and bow fishing now. So I use it a lot. I use my time wisely now.
Is that something you picked up after you moved to Evansville, or was that something you were doing beforehand?
I was doing it in Oklahoma for sure.
We're doing it in Oklahoma.
This is my first time doing it this summer in Evansville, though.
Well, good luck to you then. If you're gonna try to get out today, you said.
Yeah, if the water's clear enough, the rain might have made it muddy. So we'll see how it looks. So
I've never bow fished before. I mean, do you have to just stand on the edge and hope they get close enough to you to shoot an arrow through them? Is that basically it?
Inevitably. I mean, yeah. It's just I don't have a boat here. Usually we go out on the boat in the middle of the night with lights. So I'll find a bridge somewhere and shoot off the bridge.
Wow. Okay.
All right.
You know what? Whatever.
This is why I like these interviews. You can learn. I can't fish, let alone bow fish. So, that's cool. That's
there's a little skill to it.
Yeah, there is. Trevor, shoot off a bridge. I'll fall right off of that thing, man.
Trevor Walch, our guest. He is a pitcher for the Evansville Otters, getting ready to make an appearance in next Wednesday's All-Star game for the Frontier League over in Schaumburg, Illinois. 3rd year with the Otters. Trevor, it's been a pleasure. Best of luck to you at the All-Star game. Best of luck this weekend. Like you said, you're going to be starting on Friday. Get a few more wins under the belt as you guys start to make your way through the second half of the season. We appreciate the time today. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.